Look at this gem right here. Somebody put an engine in her. And now it idles high. What does he want us to do? He wants us to reprogram the computer. You don't just reprogram a computer because your car is idling high. You do what's called an idle relearn. Ooh, look at that. 2,000. That was a hard shift. You want to see something really interesting? Let's see how we get in this bay over here. Look at the little bay. We got to pull way over here. Almost take out a wall. Notice I said almost because we don't want to actually take out the wall. Really, really tight. And perfect. That takes some practice right there. Pulling a mini car in this tight hole. That's why a lot of techs can actually drive really good. Ooh, a little surge. Little surge. All right, so we're gonna try to fix that. First things first. Let's make sure we ain't got no obvious vacuum leaks. And let's see how good of a job he did putting his engine in. What? Air one? Right there. I thought you said air horn. That's on my truck. All right, don't look like we have any leaks in between our mass airflow and our throttle body. Uh-oh. Somebody decided electrical tape was a good way to fix a vacuum leak. It is not. Remember that. It's not how you fix vacuum leaks. This needs to be replaced. Don't do that. Definitely a used engine. Somebody decided to make a whole bunch of noise over there. We don't see a bunch of codes. Oh, we don't have a check engine light at least. We should actually have a code for the idle control system. All right, let's see if Consult's gonna cooperate. I have clicked home. It is, oh, it did. All right. So our goal is to get this car to idle down. That seems to be the customer's main complaint here. Once again, a lot of loading to do. And as you can hear, there's still idiots making screwdrivers hover on air. I believe that's got something to do with the Venturi effect, if I remember correctly. Oh, our VIN cannot be read out. Really? That's such a surprise. We're on a Nissan Altima. Make sure you click sedan, not just Altima. Back 2012, 2013, they quit making the sedan. So you had a sedan and you had a coupe. So after that, we would just do Altima, and as you can see, well, it looks like it started in 19 whenever you would just click Altima. So we gotta go to sedan, and we're going way back in time here to a 2002. I remember working on these things, and this specific issue from being aggravating one. Sometimes we can get them to idle by starting the car, starting the relearn procedure, and turning on the AC. Sometimes that will level out our idle from fluctuating and let the ECM take control, bring that idle down. Then we'll redo it with the AC off. If that don't work, we have to start unplugging injectors to try to stop that fluctuation. So this could get complicated. I'll get back with you whenever we actually get to the trying to do the relearn there. Alright, so we made it to this point. We got some driver airbag module open codes. Driver airbag module shorted. It's most likely going to be, y'all probably know it as a clock spring. Nissan calls it spiral cable. A evap small leak. It's been 13 trips since it set that code. We're going to go into our engine here. Alright, so here we are. We're going to go to work support. And we're going to click on idle air volume learn. Start. So, to do this, we got to have our car running. Our AC off. And we can hit next. Alright, our temperature's good, everything is good. We'll hit start. We got an error. Retry. We may have went out of closed loop. Yep, see it jumped out of closed loop. So we gotta wait for it to say closed loop start. Huh. PWST signal was not good. What is it doing? That's power steering. I had some power on that. My leg maybe? Why is my power steering signal staying on? Let's see. Let's retry. I gotta get that signal to say off. Well, it's staying on. Alright, let me figure that out. Most likely what I'm going to have to do is unplug the power steering sensor. Probably got a bad one. Or, for all I know, it may be unplugged. Yay. So, there's our switch. A little oily in there. Let's see if we can change something. Unplugging that guy. For now, I don't see why there would be anything possibly wrong with that. Ain't like it could be short of the ground or anything. Give that a try. And there we go. Now we got it off. Let's hit start. We're executing. Let's see here. Does our idle come down? Oh, look at there. She took hold. Whoa, too far, too far. Come on. Find idle, baby. Find idle. There you go. It has completed. That may have been one of the easiest ones I've ever done. All right. Well, we know we got a bad power steering switch. We'll add that in as whenever we do our inspection. See if they want to replace that. And there we go. We have successfully fixed their concern. We're idling where we should be. Let's turn on our AC and see if our idle goes up. Yes, it did. Little belt squeal there. But the customer's concern is repaired. write this one up, move on to the next one. So after we put it back together, reconnected the power steering pressure switch, she started idling at 1500. Had to raise her back up, unplug that switch. So he's gonna need a power steering pressure switch to be able to get it to idle. Only problem with having it unplugged is if you get in a good little bind, the ECM's not gonna be able to see that sensor reading to know that it's got pressure there. Could cause the car to kind of idle down too low or stall. I can feel it right now as I'm turning the wheel. So he's gonna need that switch, and then it will be repaired. But this guy is a backyard mechanic, and I believe he's gonna replace it himself. So we've done what we can do. Now we can pull her out. Apartment. This is how Grady spends his day right here, playing on a cell phone. That's it. Taking way too long to price our parts, so
are you talking about the
get ticked off.
That we already. Why are you recording?
YouTube, man. You're gonna be on YouTube.
Why?
Because I'm starting a YouTube channel.
What?
For Nissan. Trying to make some money.
182S.
Oh, we're gonna witness a rare occasion where a parts guy does some work. Let's watch.
It says the technician who's in here just video recording everything because he needs some money, huh? What is this thing?
Steve, since he's right there, is recommending a power steering pressure switch.
Yep, power steering pressure switch.
Oh, on 182?
Yeah.
Is it an SRO?
Mm-hmm. It's actually mounts to the power steering pump. This is what happens
You know, he's
behind
not
the
been back
scenes
the first time today.
after we recommend this.
Crazy.
So can we get it separately from the power steering pump? That's the question. Zoom in there. It actually goes on the back side of that pump. Oh, look at there, power steering pressure switch. Boom.
What do you think the labor is on it, Steve?
Well, considering it's fluid's gonna drain out of it, I'd say at least an hour. Because I'm gonna have to bleed the system after I replace it. This is what happens after we put our inspections in ASR. This guy has to work.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes, sort of. More documenting to repair the cars, but maybe some people will be interested in how their parts get
it's in there.
priced.
Parts are good to go, sir.
And there you go. We have a full quote made.
Alright, so that covers the switch and the fluids.
Yes.
And Steve, you want an hour or an hour and a half?
At least, yeah, we'll go an hour.
Alright.
Will be nice. Because he's not going to get it done. He's going to do it himself anyways. And what we have here is a new guy who don't know how to do shit, trying really hard to do some shit. Oh, he's guessing. Where might it be?
Relearn, whatever.
Yes.
Alright, buddy.
I don't know if he has assist on his computer. What are you looking for?
I was about to say, I could have done that.
Oh, the ignition switch?
No, it's a trunk switch.
No, that is an ignition switch. I know what that is.
I pulled it out of the trunk.
I don't know how you got it out the trunk.
Magic.
PM828.
You gotta pull it all the way apart just to find that magic number.
You don't have to pull all the way apart to find that number. You can order it without that number. It's VIN specific.
Yeah, but you don't know if that's the right number or not. So you gotta
It's
pull it out.
VIN specific. I've never pulled one out to order one. Never. He's learning, guys. He's learning.
I got it now.